think it's preposterous how people talk about slavery as if it means nothing, like it doesn't hold any weight in today's society, like it doesn't have a tenacious grip over the Americans in 2025. Oh, today, I'm gonna prove to you that social media uses the blueprint to slavery every single day, yes. And if you don't know who Willie Lynch is, I guarantee you'll never forget him by the end of this reel. Willie Lynch, the making of a slave. For those of you who don't know, Willie Lynch was a British slave owner in the West Indies, aka the Caribbeans. The colony of Virginia invited this man to come to America to help them with their slaves, and this is what this damn devil had to say.
You are not only losing viable stocks by hangings, you're having uprisings. Slaves are running away. Your crops are sometimes left in the fields too long for maximum profit. You're suffering occasional fires. Your animals are killed. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are. I do not need to elaborate. I am not here to enumerate your problem. I'm here to introduce you to a method of solving them. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that if installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. My method is simple. Any member of your family or overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves. I take these differences and I make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take these simple little list of differences and think of them. On top of my list is age, but it's there only because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, sizes of plantations, status on plantations, attitude of owners, whether the slaves live in the valley, on a hill, east, west, north, or south, have fine hair, coarse hair, tall or short.
My goodness, he was confident, wasn't he? If installed correctly, it'll work for 300 years. Damn, it's 2025. Seems to me that Megamind had a master plan. Listen closely. He said, take their differences and make them bigger, which really means take what makes them special, take their royalty, and turn it into niggatry. Listen up, black man, black woman. This is very important. He uses fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. Meaning, we don't trust the system, but we have to use the system in order to get in certain places in life. So then we subconsciously trust the system. So all that trust plus distrust equals fear. Not to mention the fear of being broke and that you also cannot trust a broke nigga. And if any nigga's doing better than me, I want what he has and I will not support that nigga. And if a nigga has more potential than me, you best believe I'm not gonna help or support that nigga as well, because I'll be damned if I see that nigga shine first. Then he says, look at this simple list of differences, and he mentions age. Age? Then it made me think about all this stuff we got going on with these YNs versus the unks. Then he mentions color or shade. Don't get me started on light skin versus dark skin. Got us brown skinned niggas in the middle trying to mediate. But these set of differences right here were tap dancing on my forehead. Sizes of plantations, status on plantations, and attitude of the owners. Whether the slaves live in the hills or the valley, the north, south, east, or west. Amazon, Polaris, Mazda Toyota, and FedEx have a tenacious grip over the lives of niggas all over the world. And everybody's running to and fro for the best deal, stepping on each other's necks for success. But what flustered me is not the fact that gang-related hooligans all over the world are killing each other about whose block is the best.
East side, nigga. North side, nigga.
West side, nigga.
So, every side sucks and is going through a decayed, impoverished state. And it made me think about Harriet Tubman and how she helped so many slaves get freedom in the North. Was it really freedom, or was it a conditioned perspective? A perspective to pacify the slaves and to keep them from running away trying to find their way back to Africa.
Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slaves, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use dark-skinned slaves versus light-skinned slaves, and light-skinned slaves versus dark-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male, and the male versus the female. You must also have all your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks. But it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us. Gentlemen, these kits are your keys to control. Use them. Have your wives and your children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen.
Self-refueling and self-generating because social media uses these simple list of differences every day to divide us, especially the black community. And that was just the greeting page. That wasn't even chapter 1. If you like the information that I provide and would actually like to read these books for yourself, help a nigga out and go to my Amazon shop list in the link in my bio and buy the book from there. See you later on part 2.